Hello, everyone. I am Krooked, and I do stuff, and this is Unscripted, the series where I take a completely unscripted look at games and give it a 1 through 10 rating, and this is Digimon World 2. Vastly different than Digimon World. It's kind of weird that they're even called the same game. So, there's a lot of text in this one, a little bit different than the last one. Oh no! No. We'll put in a real name here. Yeah. Okay. So just Krooked. Weird. Normally it gives you 6 letters. So gosh. The last game, it was a really fun Tamagotchi-esque game. It was kind of unique, new, different, out there. It was unique in so many ways. Then we have this. So it's still set in the digital world. Except this time, if you notice, there's other people in the digital world, and it's kind of weird. It's kind of like a whole digital world got built, and now there's people who are controlling the Digimon, doing their own things with it. It's a really, really weird direction for the series to go. Basically, everyone picked up Digimon World 2 expecting Digimon World again, but better, and they didn't get that at all. They got this. The intro is really slow because it's just a lot of chatting and intro. Kind of weird though, because in this era of gaming, this wasn't the most common thing. It was kind of like just, hey, cool, throw you in the game and tell you a story as you go. So this is when that kind of started to change. About the mid-2000s, you saw a lot more of this style where it's basically an interactive cutscene to tell you the info to learn. So we're supposed to go to the boot domain, and that's going to teach us how we do this. So if you see this and it looks familiar, you've probably played other dungeon crawlers, such as Chocobo Dungeon or Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And that's exactly what this style of game is. So, if you'll notice, I don't look like a Digimon, because I'm not. There's HP in the upper left and EP in the upper left. What the EP means is how many steps I can take. So you'll notice in this room, it's about 4 squares by, I think, 4 or 5 squares. If you look at my EP, now I'm at 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Every step I take in this dungeon takes part of my steps. So the goal is to explore the dungeon, get through it all, not run out of steps. If you run out of steps, you fail. When you get into a battle, and this is exclusive for Digimon World 2, other dungeon games don't really operate this way. It loads a battle, and in that battle, it works kind of like a traditional Japanese-style RPG, where you can give orders to your Digimon, you can have them battle, you can have them choose what attack, you can choose what target you want it to be, and really, this is a traditional RPG with dungeon crawling elements. You'll notice that it all does this, and it's such a different game than Digimon World that a lot of people didn't like this one. I can't really blame them, because if you want Digimon World and you get, well, basically half Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, half Final Fantasy, it can be a little jarring. The cool thing is, there are still a lot of Digimon in this game. I think there's even more Digimon in this game than in Digimon World. That being said, is it going to be as good of a time? Sound-wise, I mean, you hear it. It has voice acting. The music is pretty good for the scene that it's on. And graphically, well, it's really impressive in battle. It's almost kind of like Final Fantasy VII, you know? When you're not in a battle, it looks okay. When you're in a battle, wow, what did they do here? It looks so much better. And it very much is that way. So, you might look at this and go, oh, you know, you're getting through this pretty easily. Yeah, because you start off with a vehicle that's designed to be like, yeah, this is a tutorial. If you lose, you're an idiot. After this, I think the vehicle you get has like 500 health and like 100 or 200 movement spots or whatever. The first like 2 dungeons that you go to, it's not really a big deal. After that, though, it gets really hard, really, really quick. What it's talking about right now is that there's floor specialties, which give you an element of kind of strategy for the game, because if I was on there, water Digimon would be buffed, and yeah. And if you notice, even though I did mess around a little bit with my EP, I'm at 100, so you can run out really quick. You can check what's going on the floor. You can open a menu. In the menu, it lets you look at your Digimon. You can transfer. You can rearrange your Digimon. Autopilot lets you kind of just go through, not really worry. At the end of every single level, domain, whatever, there's a boss. Cool boss music, sounds good. Actually, sounds really good. I'm really impressed with this. The load times in this game are pretty atrocious, but outside of that, you know, it's kind of... It has traditional RPG elements, it has dungeon crawler elements, and it doesn't do either of them really, really well. It does both of them okay. If you want to play a dungeon crawler, you'd probably be better off playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. If you wanted to play a traditional RPG, you'd be better off playing Final Fantasy. This just doesn't have enough to really be the best of its category anywhere. And that kind of gets into the other realm of things. So as we acknowledge, it looks good and it sounds good. Play style, though, unless you like Digimon, I don't know if you'd even want to play this game. Dungeon crawlers are slow, but we can see with like Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, Everybody's Invited, they've gotten some quality of life changes to update them. Pokemon Mystery Dungeons remakes have gotten quality of life changes to update them. There's no quality of life update for this game. This is a 20-year-old game that wasn't super well received, wasn't like dismissed. It was just, if you were a Digimon fan, you bought it. If you weren't a Digimon fan, you didn't. And if you were a Digimon fan and did buy it, you probably didn't like it. If you were a Digimon fan who bought it and liked it, you're in the minority. So, with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, yeah, that's how bad this is. It's not even unique enough to stand on its own. It just made me want to play a better version. I know this is the tutorial, but this is literally what the game is. And as much as I want to give this good points, it's just not good. I don't think this is going to bring anyone over to the side of liking Digimon, dungeon crawlers, or traditional RPG games. And I don't think there's anything here for anyone if they're not already a fan of Digimon. Looking at this, I mean, I'm excited because it has Mega Cedarmon, it has Lilymon, it has Tyrannomon. Those are all really cool Digimon. No one that didn't watch Digimon cares. So, with all of that, to give this a score, I can't give it a good one. Because I don't think it's a good game. It's a game that you play if you're a completionist who happens to like the source material. So, with other games like that, this one's going to be rated in the same way. I have to give Digimon World 2 a 4 out of 10. The reason it's not a 3 is you might get some entertainment out of it if you're a Digimon fan. I'm a Digimon fan, and I haven't even beaten this. I've gotten, like, maybe 6 hours into it on my longest playthrough. It's just a slog, but it has enough here for a Digimon fan to get enjoyment out of it if they really, really want to. There's some really cool Digimon in this game that aren't really featured in other ones. That might be worth checking out. It might also just be better to watch a playthrough on YouTube if you want to see what more of the game looks like, or if you want to know the story, or even some of the coolest Digimon. Otherwise, I really, really wish that I could recommend this game, but there's so much better to play. And that's a shame. But if you like Digimon, go ahead and like this video. Hit the subscribe button so that way you'll never miss out on an episode of Unscripted. And hit that notification bell so that way you'll be notified whenever a new episode of Unscripted comes out. If you really want to support the channel a bit more, you can check out the Patreon. Not a lot's being done with it right now, but that's just because no one has really subbed, and, you know, that might change. So, other than that, I do want to thank you for watching Unscripted, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye!